So this is Realme 9 Pro Plus with 50 megapixel OIS camera, Dimensity 920, 60 watt super dart charge. Now one interesting thing is, normally you have Realme 9 and Realme 9 Pro. So what is this Realme 9 Pro Plus? So the question that has to be asked is, if you remember, Realme did an event where they compared the camera to flagships like Pixel 6, S21 Ultra, Xiaomi 12. So we also did a little test and we'll show you that in just a moment. Plus, is the camera on Realme 9 Pro Plus really good? Well, this is Prateek, you're already watching TechWiser, and before we answer that question, answer me. 64% of you who watch the video aren't subscribed to TechWiser. Please subscribe for simple tech content. Let's go. One thing I really loved with Realme is they surprised me with a new box every time. With Realme 7 Pro, there was Salman Khan on the box. And this time, it's a different yellow plus black color scheme. Anyways, there we go. A great story since the first leap, and here it is. Dare to leap. And you get a case, which is slightly off-white. It's somewhat blackish. Some paperwork, a really weak SIM ejector tool, the phone, which is again very important. And interesting thing is, you get a 60 watt super dart charger. Now Realme keeps on shuffling the charger wattage with every Pro series, but it charges from 0 to 100 in about 44 minutes. So in my book, 65 watt, it is fast enough. And also USB-A to Type-C cable. Now this is how the phone looks. Have a look. There's no Dare to Leap branding this time. Funny thing, have a look at the camera island over here. It looks transparent from the side. I thought this also has a notification light here. Let me turn on the flashlight. Now you can have a better look. See? Overall, you get a glass back here, which is good. You have a plastic frame. You have a 3.5mm jack at the bottom, Type-C port, speaker. You have the power button on the right, volume buttons on the left, separate volume buttons. You have a secondary noise cancellation mic at the top. Now, since this is a Pro Plus version, you get stereo speakers here, and here, listen to the audio quality. The speaker is loud enough, like really good for the price, and there's a clarity to the voice. I think the black color is the most obvious to catch fingerprints. I hope the other flashy colors, Aurora Green, Sunrise Blue, will collect a lot less fingerprints. I would personally prefer a matte finish. But most of you might put up a case. Oh, let me know. Do you use a case or just bare naked? Aise. Now straight up, let's jump to the camera and the Realme Camera Lab event. Flagship camera. We took a side-by-side photo with the Pixel 6 and the Realme 9 Pro Plus. Now you guess A and B, which is the Realme 9 Pro Plus. You have a couple of images, and if you are not able to guess, then it is the flagship camera, and we'll talk about it more in the full review. So yes, the most hyped thing is 50 megapixel OIS camera, and it is the same sensor as Note 2 and Reno 7 Pro, which is a more premium phone. And the main advantage of OIS camera is video camera stability, and now we are recording at 4K 30 FPS with OIS only. So you can have an idea of the video stabilization as well as you can judge the mic quality. And let's take a picture of Manu over here. So now surprisingly, the colors are very close to natural. Even if you look at Manu's t-shirt over here, there is detail on his shirt, there is a texture over here, and even the skin tone looks quite natural and there is details. We also took portrait mode photos and the edge detection looks good. And here's my photo, and it did a real good job with edge detection on my hair. So overall, for first impression, the skin tone and the colors are very close to natural. And you also get an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and here are some photos from it. They are good, contrasty. It's a bit soft, but this is what you get in this price range. And you also get a 16 megapixel front selfie camera, and here are some photos from the selfie camera. Again, just like the main sensor, the colors looked more natural to me. And you also have the option to record portrait videos from the front as well as the rear camera, but the video resolution is capped to 720p. So now you get a 6.4-inch 90Hz AMOLED display with Corning Gorilla Glass 5 protection. Now, since this is an AMOLED display, you have an in-display fingerprint scanner, and as you can see, it's fast. It's fast like a normal in-display fingerprint scanner. And the phone is nice, compact, one-handed. I like one-handed phones. Now the display is bright enough, as you can see outdoors as well. It gets 600 nits peak brightness. Now when the online images leaked, people were complaining a lot about the bottom chin being a bit bigger. Yes, it is big. It could have been a little bit smaller. But you get used to the chin. I've used a notch phone, iPhone, and trust me, it gets better with time. You also get wideband L1 on Netflix and 1080p video playback on Prime Video. The display colors, contrast are really good, and the viewing angle is also good. But these are quite the features of an AMOLED display. Now the main deal, processor. You get Dimensity 920. It's a new chip in this range and an upgrade to Dimensity 900. You can consider it to be around Snapdragon 778G. Now you get LPDDR4X RAM and UFS 2.2 storage. And interestingly, base variant starts at 256GB storage. That's why you don't get a micro SD card expansion. There's only 2 SIM cards. Now I don't see any throttling in the CPU throttling app, but you buy phones to play games. So in BGMI for graphics, you get extreme or 60 FPS in smooth graphics. You can play 40 FPS in HDR graphics. So we'll try out 60 FPS. And this is new Arena 8x8. And as you can see, I'm getting constantly 50-59 FPS. It isn't dropping.
Cover me!
And the phone gets a bit warm in this area, but the gameplay is quite smooth. And so is my game.
Killing spree for the red team!
Now, this is my first impression. I'll have to use the phone more, but let me know what phone you want us to compare this with or just a full review. And of course, day-to-day usage of the phone, like browsing through the web, opening apps, that is fast and fluid. Rest, you get Realme UI based on Android 12, which is good. Android 12 out of the box. I've told previously, if you get Android 12 out of the box, the amount of updates you get after release of the phone increases. Now in Realme 3.0, you get new features like you can set your photo as always on display. Hold on. This is Manu. Sorry, yhi photo thi. It's good, it's good. They have also improved the icons and settings. You can select the icon type. I really like the Pebble one. You can also have custom shapes. You can even change icon colors as you want. So lots of customization option in Realme UI 3.0. Now in terms of bloatware, you do get some apps which can be easily uninstalled. Plus, a lot of people complained about ads in Realme stock apps like the file manager. So as of now, I couldn't see any ads in the file manager. Rest, I'll have to use the phone a bit. Like it's a good overall phone. You get all the important sensors plus 6 5G bands. 4G plus carrier aggregation and 4500 mAh battery. But it is specially aimed at people who want a good camera phone in this price range. And as of now, I don't know about the pricing of the phone while shooting this video, but I would say 22,000-23,000 is a good sweet spot. Let me know what phone you want us to compare this with, full review. What are your thoughts on Realme 9 Pro Plus? I have tried to give as much clarity in simple words from my end. On that note, this is Prateek signing off. Do you want me to do pew pew? Okay, see ya pretty soon.